Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you again so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look at ICP performing exactly as expected. Minus that little pump from yesterday, we saw a nice continuation to the downside here. Still looking for our lowest low. There's a good chance it's coming up here soon though. Keep in mind we got a strong support range between 780 upwards of 840. We talked about that yesterday and honestly throughout the entire week. That's just being a strong point of control with volume, and of course just in general it was a previous resistance turned likely support. Okay, so again, keep in mind, more likely we're going to see that level here swept. Quick congrats to our, community members here. Nice profits there, 37% and 39% from 2 ICP trades. We took 9 and 5 days ago. Then of course we're taking some profits on Solana, 32% this week, and AVAX as well, 32%. These are all shorts. We do have one long, of course, Caspa. When it hit its all-time high, we snuck in there and just grabbed all targets there. But generally speaking, it's been a pretty bearish market, and there's no reason to take a long right now. Really, probably the easiest way to understand it. It's trash. So let's take a quick look here at ICP here and kind of see what's going on. So when we look at liquidation, we want to kind of clarify a couple things. When we look at, liquidation is generally going to be forming at key level supports or resistances. So you got to recognize that. People seem to understand that, the support or resistance is based on liquidation. It's actually the opposite. And the main reason why is just because a lot of people feel confident the price isn't going to go that low. So they're okay with having a liquidation event occur there if it does. Generally, you should always have a stop loss before that occurs, just for proper risk tolerance. That's what we do. We never trigger liquidation events. But again, some people do just because they use too high leverage. I only recommend 5x leverage. Those trades I shared with you so far, those are all 5x leverage shorts for altcoins. I only 10x leverage Bitcoin. That's just me personally, but I like to be more risk averse. And with the crazy market we're seeing right now, it's good to be able to have those swings and still not get destroyed, right? All that being said, take a look here, 780, that lower range of support that I already discussed with you there is a heavy concentration liquidation. So again, it's there because that's a strong amount of support. So keep in mind, the price does come down to that level. There's a possibility we see a wick down to destroy any potential liquidation levels there, any longs rather, and the price recovers instantly. Okay, so just keep in mind, it's really common for price to be like whoop, and then right back up as if it never happened. So just again, work around that. Make sure that you have good risk tolerance in whatever trades you're taking. You're not over leveraging and just being an idiot. So again, it's really the only way to describe it. I don't know. We got some people that come over to our community a lot more recently, as a matter of fact, that have been just absolutely destroyed by these moon boys, and it's funny to me. I mean, it's really sad more so that it happens because these people are just getting destroyed left and right. But it's funny that there's people that actually feel like everything's going to go to the moon just because we're hitting an all-time high for Bitcoin. Anyways, conversation for another day. ICP moving averages, we're at the 50-day SMA here, soon to lose that. That's a bad thing. That's really the last moving average in this range here, letting us know that we are not in good shape. Okay, so testing that potential bounce from here, but I think it's very unlikely. We're also under 50 on the RSI. We had a bearish back test of that range. Money flow index trailing behind, stochastic bottoming out, and MACD still gaining momentum. So from a larger time perspective here, there's like 95% of the reasons here on the daily time frame telling us there's no consideration for a long and that you should be in a short. Okay. Again, you don't necessarily have to short. I only really short out of necessity. I prefer not to. That's why you've kind of seen a lot less signals overall in general. But I think in the last 2 weeks we've maybe had about 8 or 9 short trades. All are in profit, of course, but generally speaking, it's okay to not do that. Just to clarify, I'm not proposing you should be getting crazy with shorts. You don't have to be in a trade 24/7. You absolutely don't just close along and instantly open a short. That's not really the way that you should do it. You should always be in between, and gray areas are always something you want to focus on. Anyways, we're getting close to 70. Sorry, I misspoke. 30 on the RSI. Once we get to that level, we could see an overextension and a bounce. Between now and then, there is still more room for further downside. MACD's diverging. We're under all moving averages. We just lost a 200-day SMA here in the last 4 hours. It's really not looking good, folks. Again, unless Bitcoin instantly recovers, there's no reason to expect that. Bitcoin is trending towards its CME gap at, 61 to 59K range. So if that happens, 58.5 rather, upwards of 60.8. Okay. So a solid amount of potential for the price action to come down that low. In other words, at this point, if that happens, ICP will definitely come down this $7 mark, and we will see majority of this liquidation get swept. So just know that's a very real thing, okay? Not trying to scare you, just kind of giving the facts. These are kind of just, this is what the charts are telling us, okay? Hourly time frame is going to confirm the same thing. There's really not much to see here. Most every chart that you can look at right now is going to be the carbon copy of this. Lagging spans free and clear. Conversion lines way below the baseline, and most lagging spans, or the clouds rather, they're going to be hanging out right there at the most recent high and or the fib level. So right here in this case, $9 even is the new resistance for us. If that does end up breaking, as we saw previously, the recent point of control at 960 and or 940, that little range there is a resistance range. In fact, I'll just go ahead and put this on the chart for the moment, just so we can kind of pay attention to it later. But we're in a position right now where it's not really advantageous to consider longs. I know the addict in you is just like, I gotta buy this dip, I gotta buy this dip. Set some limit orders, just let it happen and see where you go. But by no means setting a 20x long a good best practice, right? You don't set those kind of limit orders. You set spot orders. You don't set limit orders for high leverage. At least if you're not gonna, if you plan to not watch it. If you want to watch it like a hawk, different story altogether. There is definitely some momentum plays or some bouncing options that we're going to see here soon. But the bottom hasn't been, it isn't in yet, folks, okay? This is a very red week and it's going to continue that way, I feel. So that's kind of where we're at. I hope this made sense. I made some clarity here for you. I hope I didn't provide more questions than answers. I'll provide us with an update on our playout chart. Again, if you're not familiar, they are available here on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. If we kind of look here from yesterday, where's the ICP? So again, yeah, expecting the price to pull back up to that level, which it did, and it bounced off that point of control almost perfectly. So again, congrats to those folks who get on in that short between 9 and 940. It's a pretty awesome opportunity there. Either way, thanks again, folks. Have a good rest of the day. We'll look forward to seeing the next one, and we'll take care. Bye-bye.